We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Aristotle said that 2,300 years ago, still true today. Right now, you're tired. I know, you've been grinding, 2 jobs, side hustle, rent that takes half your paycheck, and your body is begging you to just coast, just get through it. But here's the question that matters. Who gets your best? Because someone's getting it. Your employer gets it if you want to keep your job. Your side hustle gets it if you're trying to survive. The algorithm gets it when you're scrolling at 2 a.m. But what about God? Does he get your best, or does he get what's left after everything else has taken its cut? Be sure to set aside the best portions of the gifts given to you as your gifts to the Lord. Numbers 18:29. The best portions, not the leftovers, not the scraps. The best. Vince Lombardi put it this way: perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. That's what God's asking for, not perfection. Excellence, your absolute best with what you have. Every rep you're grinding right now is revealing something. Not to me, not to anyone else, to you. Are you coasting, or are you chasing excellence? Because the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. That's not scripture. That's Jimmy Johnson. But it's true. Listen to the story in Genesis. 2 brothers, same God, same altar, different offerings. When it was time for the harvest, Cain presented some of his crops as a gift to the Lord. Abel also brought a gift, the best of the firstborn lambs from his flock. The Lord accepted Abel and his gift, but he did not accept Cain and his gift. Genesis 4:3-5. Some of his crops, not the best, just some. Whatever was convenient, Abel brought the best, the firstborn, the most valuable. God saw the difference, not because he needed their gifts, but because their gifts revealed their hearts. Ralph Marston said it, excellence is not a skill, it's an attitude. Your attitude toward God shows up in the quality of what you give him. Colin Powell understood this. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Little matters, like this workout, like showing up when you're exhausted, like giving your best when no one's watching. That's where excellence is born. In the small things, in the tired moments, in the decisions nobody sees. You're grinding harder than your parents did for less than they had. I know, the economy is crushing you. You're working multiple income streams just to survive, but that's exactly why this matters. When you give God your best despite the exhaustion, you're saying something the world can't understand. You're worth more than my comfort. You're worth more than what's easy. Everything we have has come from you, and we give you only what you have already given us. 1 Chronicles 29:14. Read that again. Everything you have came from him. Your strength, your time, your breath, this body you're training right now, all his gift. So when you give him your best, you're really just returning what was his all along. Pat Riley said, excellence is the gradual result of always striving to do better. Gradual, not instant, not overnight. Gradual. Every time you push through when you want to quit, you're building excellence, not just in your body, in your character, in your relationship with God. The burn you're feeling, that's what excellence costs. Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. Robert Collier, day in, day out. Not when you feel like it. Not when it's convenient. Daily. And here's what most people miss. Excellence isn't just about honoring God. It transforms you. When you refuse to mail it in, when you choose quality over convenience, when you give your best knowing God is watching, you become someone different, someone who can be trusted, someone whose work means something, someone whose character can't be bought. Honor the Lord with your wealth and with the best part of everything your land produces. Then he will fill your barns with grain. Proverbs 3:9-10. Honor him with the best part and watch what he does, not because you earned it, but because he honors those who honor him. Right now, your inner voice is negotiating. I've done enough. God understands I'm tired. But the question isn't whether God understands you're tired. The question is whether being tired changes what he's worth. If Jesus is worth your best when you're rested, he's worth your best when you're exhausted. Because here's the exchange. Jesus gave his absolute best, his life, his blood, his everything, for you. And you're deciding whether he's worth your best effort in return, not to earn salvation. You can't earn what he already paid for, but as worship, as response, as gratitude for what he's done. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. All your heart, not half, not what's left over, all of it. Because when you give God your best in the small things, you're training yourself to give him your best in everything. Finish strong, not because you're trying to impress anyone, not because you're earning God's approval, but because he's worth your best, even when you're tired, even when you're grinding, even when nobody else would know the difference. You'll know, God will know, and that's what matters. Legion of the Lamb. Servants united in his word.